even King David, before he went up to reign on the throne of David, he went down for years and worked for the king of the Philistines. That's a parenthetical. Doesn't really have a whole lot of stuff to do with this Bible study this morning, except this. David was, we could call him the mayor of Ziklag, this little village in Palestine that the king of the Philistines had given him to rule over with him and his 600 mighty men. So David settled for less than the appointing of his anointing. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever there's an anointing, the anointing is always for an appointing. And we as human beings, what we like to have is we like to have our appointing show up right after our anointing. But God has ordained that our appointing doesn't happen immediately after our anointing. We have to go through another season between the season of anointing and the season of appointing. There's another season. It's called the season of disappointing. And that's the season where God gets you ready for what he already has ready for you. It's where he prepares you for what he already has prepared for you. It's the place that makes you strong enough to stay there when you get there. And so David is in the season of disappointing, but since he's there in his uncomfortable comfort zone, he settles in. He settled in so much that it came time for the Philistines to go to war against Israel, and David's like, David reporting for duty, sir. Achish said, okay, well, there's a problem. My princes, they said, you can't come. What have I done? Have I not been faithful? Yet I have not. You've been like an angel of God these many years. This is what the king of Philistines said. You've been like an angel of God for these many years. I've not found any fault in you at all. But my princes said you can't come to this battle because they think you'll get out there and we'll be fighting against Saul, and you'll see it as a good time for you to restore yourself to your master Saul, and you'll turn against us. And they said, this song was so popular that it got all the way down to the Philistines. They said, isn't this the same David? They said, Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. He ain't coming with us. So they sent David back to Ziklag. What is Ziklag? Ziklag is the place you settled for that's less than your appointing. Ziklag is your comfort zone. And I am here to tell you that it's time for the comfort zone to end. This is the end of the comfort zone. Now, the comfort zone is the failure zone, right? The comfort zone, now here's what's interesting about it. It doesn't feel like failure, right? What does it feel like? It feels like comfort. That's why we call it the comfort zone, right? The comfort zone is the failure zone. It's the place you settled in. But I got news for you. The comfort zone was never the place you were meant to be.